Hidden for centuries, a corroded bronze fragment revealed gears more precise than a Swiss watch. Yet, it was built 2,000 years ago, redefining what ancient technology could do. But for every mystery cracked open, others resist science or shatter under scrutiny. Which of history's strangest enigmas were real, and which were clever illusions? The answers rewrite what we think we know next. In 2005, a team of scientists wheeled an 8-ton CT scanner into the National Archaeological Museum in Athens. Their target, 82 fragments of corroded bronze, was all that remained of the Antikythera mechanism. High-energy scans cut through centuries of mineral crust, exposing a dense forest of gears, some with tooth counts matching astronomical cycles, like the 223 tooth dial for eclipses and the 235 tooth metonic gear. Greek inscriptions hidden inside describe the device's functions in remarkable detail. Derek de Solla Price, decades earlier, had suspected it was a product of advanced ancient engineering. Now, with CT imaging and digital analysis, the evidence was undeniable. This relic was not a fluke, but a precision-built astronomical computer, crafted with a level of accuracy no one had imagined possible for the ancient world. At Göbekli Tepe, deep trenches revealed a puzzle hidden beneath the soil. Layer by layer, Klaus Schmidt and his team uncovered concentric rings of towering T-shaped pillars, some over 5 meters tall, carved with wild animals, such as foxes, boars, and vultures, all etched in sharp relief. These massive stones, arranged in circles and ovals, date between 9,600 BCE and 8,000 BCE, long before pottery or domesticated crops appeared in the region. The site's oldest enclosures were built by groups still living as hunter-gatherers, showing that organized labor and large-scale construction began before settled farming. In Schmidt's notebooks, the sequence of layers traced a story. Ritual gathering and monument building came first, reshaping our understanding of how complex societies began. Excavations at Hayt el Ghurab, just south of the Giza pyramids, uncovered the remains of a sprawling workers' village. Rows of barracks, bakeries, and breweries, all built to support thousands of laborers. Archaeologist Mark Lehner's team found evidence of organized crews, each responsible for different construction tasks, with diet and medical care far exceeding what would be expected for slaves. The logistics of pyramid building come into sharper focus with the discovery of the Mera Diary, a set of papyri from the 26th century BCE. These ancient logbooks record daily shipments of limestone, detailing routes from the Tura quarries to the Giza Plateau. Together, the settlement ruins and transport records reveal a massive, state-run project powered by skilled Egyptian workers, not mysterious outsiders. A slim codex, written in a script found nowhere else, sits in Yale's Beinecke Library. The Voynich manuscript's parchment dates to the early 1400s, but its words remain unread. Linguists and cryptographers have thrown every tool at its pages. Statistical tests show order. Word frequencies follow Zipf's law, and glyph clusters repeat in patterns that mimic natural languages. Entropy plots reveal a structure. It is neither gibberish nor a simple code. Computational linguist Greg Kondrak ran algorithms comparing the script to hundreds of languages, seeking a match. Each effort confirms the manuscript's internal logic, yet the meaning stays locked away, resisting both human intuition and artificial intelligence. Across the southern coast of Peru, more than 800 lines and shapes stretch across the Nazca Desert, some running for kilometers, others forming vast geometric figures and animal outlines best seen from above. Archaeologists have dated these geoglyphs to between 200 BCE and 600 CE, using ceramics and organic remains from nearby ritual sites. While some lines align with ancient water routes or ceremonial centers, others seem to trace paths for processions or mark sacred landscapes. In the 1940s, Maria Reicher began mapping these patterns by hand, measuring and recording each figure, then lobbying fiercely to protect the lines from road construction and encroaching development. Her decades of activism, supported by satellite mapping and geographic analysis, helped secure legal protections and UNESCO World Heritage status, transforming the Nazca lines from fragile mysteries into a preserved record of ancient ritual and community agency. On Rapa Nui, the story of the Moai is being retold by those who know the land best. An elder stands at the quarry's edge, tracing the ancient paths with a weathered hand. Recent experiments have shown that teams as small as 18 could move a 4-ton moai upright, using only ropes and a rhythmic rocking motion. The statue's forward-leaning design and broad bases, once a puzzle, make this walking possible, matching the oral histories passed down for generations. Beneath the surface, layers of mulched rock and soil reveal careful gardening, not reckless destruction. Pollen and charcoal from lake beds tell of a slow transformation, not a sudden collapse. The sharpest population losses follow the arrival of foreign ships and disease, not the building of Moai. Today, Rapa Nui's scholars and elders work together, challenging old myths and showing how resilience, not ruin, defines their island's past. In 1988, 3 independent laboratories in Oxford, Zurich, and Arizona received samples of the Shroud of Turin under a strict protocol. Each laboratory used accelerator mass spectrometry, a method capable of dating tiny fragments with high precision. The samples were cut, cleaned, and labeled so that no laboratory knew which was which, ensuring a blind test. When results came in, all 3 laboratories produced a tightly clustered outcome, the linen dated between 1260 and 1390 CE. The experiment's design, involving multiple teams and rigorous cross-checking, set a standard for scientific testing of relics. While the findings closed the door on claims of a 1st century origin, the shroud's image and formation process remained topics of debate, highlighting the value of direct laboratory evidence, even as some mysteries persist. In 1953, Kenneth Oakley and his colleagues at the British Museum set out to test the Piltdown fossils using a new chemical toolkit. By measuring fluorine and nitrogen levels in the bones, they found the skull and jaw were not the same age. One was recent human, the other an orangutan. Microscopic analysis revealed teeth filed down to mimic human wear and stains applied to disguise the mismatch. These findings were published that year, and they exposed Piltdown as a deliberate forgery. The exposure was a shock to the scientific establishment, serving as a cautionary tale about how national pride and expectation can cloud judgment, and how rigorous, multi-method testing is essential for uncovering the truth. Producers of Ancient Mysteries shows work under a mandate, make the incredible feel possible, regardless of the evidence. A former TV producer recalls that they would film hours with archaeologists, but if they did not say something wild, their interviews ended up on the cutting room floor. Sensational claims, aliens and lost civilizations dominate airtime because they attract viewers. Skeptical voices, even when filmed, are often reduced to a single, dismissive soundbite or cut entirely. In the editing room, measured science is trimmed down to a few minutes of speculation. Scripts are built around cliffhangers and loaded questions, even when facts are straightforward. This cycle mirrors ancient myth-making, now amplified by modern technology. What remains is spectacle, not understanding, and it is a reminder that sometimes the real mystery is how stories are crafted, not the past itself. Ancient puzzles still spark debate and discovery. As new evidence reshapes old legends, the search for truth never ends, and every new answer opens another question. What do you think?